Hi, this is Alonzo Bodden with episode 368 of my podcast, Who's Paying Attention? Sorry about the air conditioning running in the background, but it's been over 100 degrees in LA, I don't know how long, for multiple days, definitely since I gotten back in town a week ago. It's hot, and my air conditioning is dying, and my home warranty company refuses to do anything about it until it's completely dead, so I got to run the air conditioner. So sorry about the background noise. Background noise. Here's the background noise for this week. Baby Hand's home got raided by the FBI. That's right. The FBI went down to Mar-a-Lago to find the documents that Trump stole from the White House. And the Republican Party is losing its mind. Now, keep in mind, there's a specific law that he broke. It's the Presidential Records Act, and it's the one that says if you're the president, you cannot take classified documents home. You can't take them home to read, which we knew Trump wasn't doing. You can't take them home to show to your friends on the golf course, which he was probably doing. And you certainly can't take them home to share with Chinese companies that make your daughter's cheap products, or Uncle Putin, which he may have been doing. I don't know. The story now, and this story is going to continue to unfold, is that the FBI was there looking for nuclear documents. The good side of that is Trump wouldn't understand nuclear documents. The dangerous side of that is the Chinese and Putin would understand nuclear documents. So that's where it is. Now, the Republican Party has been, well, it started out comical, and comics took advantage of it. Trevor Noah on The Daily Show took a bunch of clips of what Republicans were saying about Hillary Clinton when they wanted her investigated by the FBI, and applied them to Trump. So we had Mike Pence saying the FBI stepping forward at this moment is demonstrating real integrity. Bill O'Reilly, no longer there, by the way. Bill O'Reilly said, when you have a presidential candidate, the FBI has a duty to, quote, we the people, to investigate any appearance of impropriety. Jeannie Perot said it is a federal crime to negligently handle classified information. That's right, Jeannie, and that's what Baby Hands was doing it. He was handling it as best he could with those little baby hands of his. Now, we also had a Senator, Marsha Blackburn, a Republican senator from Tennessee, saying if the FBI can do this to the Donald Trump, they could do this to anybody. Yeah, that's how it works, Marsha. When you break federal law, the FBI can get a warrant and search your house, and it can happen to anybody. Anybody. That's the FBI. You know, they wouldn't make Merrick Garland a Supreme Court justice. They wouldn't even have hearings about him. And now his Department of Justice is deep in Trump's ass. And I know there is some part of Merrick Garland that would love to say to Mitch McConnell and Trump and all of them who kept him out of the Supreme Court, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me if I'm angry. I think he's angry. Now, Trump also went to New York, and in that deposition pled the fifth to every question. I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, which is funny because when he was talking about other people pleading the Fifth Amendment, he said, if you're not guilty, why would you plead the Fifth Amendment? What do you have to hide? Well, Baby Hands, that's the question. What do you have to hide? What are you hiding? So he's in trouble. He's in trouble with, we know he had classified documents. And the funny thing about this is this came up long ago. This came up while he was still president, that he would bring classified information to Mar-a-Lago, and it was brought up because they were all upset about Hillary and the emails, but they somehow were okay with Trump doing it. And now the FBI is getting in his ass, and suddenly Marjorie Taylor Greene says, defund the FBI. Well, Marjorie, thanks. Welcome to Black Lives Matter. Glad to have you on board. Kudos to the FBI for doing their job. Who knows what they found? They're not talking about it. Shout out to Greg Proops, who was on the podcast last month. Remember, if you're a regular listener, you know Proops said that Garland and the DOJ had stuff. They just hadn't dropped it yet. Maybe this is the beginning. Maybe the dominoes are beginning to fall. I don't know, but I hope Proopsie is right, because he is, after all, the smartest man in America. And you should listen to his podcast of the same name. The man is brilliant. I hope he's right. Now, here's the dangerous part. Okay, this is the dangerous part. The chief of the FBI, Christopher Wray, right after they, all these right-wingers started condemning and talking stuff about, investigating Trump, the search warrant, this and that. On Wednesday, he condemned threats to law enforcement. Today, which is Thursday, this idiot, Ricky Schiffer, tried to attack the FBI office in Ohio, was chased down by the police, and ultimately shot and killed. This guy was also, seems to have been on a video of a pro-Trump rally in Washington, D.C. on January 5th. Big fan of the Proud Boys, and he tweeted that he was there on January 6th. So this is the idiot soldier. This is the person who listens to these people who, by the way, take no responsibility for what they say, okay, whether it be Trump or Marjorie Taylor Greene or Ted Cruz or Hannity or Tucker Carlson or any of those Fox News people, whatever. They take no responsibility for what they say when they tell these crazy militia people to attack. And this guy attacked the FBI office. Now, what they find out when they attack, and this is why I'm not too worried about all their talk of civil war, is the government is armed. The government is armed, dangerous, and well-trained. If you attack an FBI office, you're going to die, okay? And your little Army, Navy surplus costume, your body armor, whatever, it might be good. I guarantee you they have bullets that will go right through it, okay? They know what they're doing. So these idiots, but again, the leaders of the cult take no responsibility for the lives of the rank and file. It's just like COVID, when thousands and thousands of these idiots were dying while all the leaders of the cult were vaccinated. You're cannon fodder, and you're too dumb to realize it, and they have no problem with you sacrificing your life for them. Remember, Trump was a golden idol at their CPAP convention. Literally, not figuratively, literally, they built a golden statue of Donald Trump. It's interesting that they built it fat. You'd think if they're going to make a golden statue of you, they'd put it in shape. But no, they use the actual fat-ass body of his. So, how bad is the cult? Let me just give you an example of how deep it goes with Fox News to party above anything, okay? When I say party, I mean the Republican Party. I don't mean party above anything. That would be Dennis Rodman. I read this great article about Dennis Rodman and how hard he partied in the 90s. It is remarkable. It is testament to the incredible athleticism of NBA players that he could party as hard as he did and lead the league in rebounds and win championships. But I ain't talking about that kind of party. I'm talking about the Republican Party. And this is how far right-wing media goes in support of the Republican Party. Grover Norquist, right-wing tax nut, told Fox News' Sandra Smith, get this, gas prices dropping across the country is bad because in his estimation, people are driving less. Now, they have been harping about high gas prices all year, blaming Biden. They have their little stickers saying, I did that they put on all the gas pumps, all the high gas prices, the end of the world as we know it, high gas prices. Biden was responsible for high gas prices in America, in Europe, in South America, in Canada, everywhere in the world. Biden was responsible for high gas prices. It was destroying the economy, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Gas prices are down. They're down like $1 a gallon, some places more than that. And now they're like, low gas prices are bad for America. It is unreal. It is unreal. There is nothing. There is no hypocrisy. There is no flip-flop. There is nothing the Republican Party or Fox News, the mouthpiece of the Republican Party, will not do or say just to be anti-Democrat and anti-Biden. How can you tell people, these are the people, these are the salt of the earth, this is the backbone of America, this is the blue-collar American who's under attack. He's under attack by the gays and by the the immigrants and by the minorities and by the transgenders. His way of life is being destroyed by the high prices of houses in California and New York, and they're buying up his town, and the mill is closed and the factory isn't opening again, and the coal mine just ain't what it used to be. This here's America. And now gas prices drop and you say it's bad for America. And what do? They go out and get killed attacking FBI offices because I don't even know. I don't even know. And that's why. Because in the immortal words of my friend and brilliant comic Lewis Black, because why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Why wouldn't you attack an FBI office and get killed in the name of Donald Trump? Why wouldn't you? It is absolutely mind-boggling the depth to which cult members go for the leaders of a cult. Side note, since I like the news, these websites, these news-driven newspaper websites, whether it be the LA Times or Washington Post, now it's Rolling Stone and all of these, The Guardian. Well, The Guardian, they ask for donations, but these other ones, limiting the amount of stories you can read unless you pay them, is getting a bit ridiculous. I understand you need subscriptions to make money, but you're popping up ads all over the place, so you're making money off of that. So leave us alone. Let us read your paper. You're making a ton of ad money. Stop it. Or else maybe I'll just read Fox News. One thing about bullshit, it's free. Wow. Moving on, because why not? Something's been bothering me this week. Serena Williams retired from tennis. She's not going to play tennis anymore. She's obviously not retired. She still runs her foundation, and she's going to do all these things. And there was an article, and I don't have it in front of me, but it was written in The Root, a black newspaper, online newspaper that I read. And it was talking about Serena is the GOAT, and there's no doubt of that. But then it said she's greater than LeBron or Jordan or Tiger or this or that. And here's my real problem with this. Why do you have to compare her? Why do you need to compare Serena Williams to LeBron James? I promise you, she never compares herself to LeBron, and LeBron doesn't compare her. Now, they said that LeBron and Jordan and Kobe, rest in peace, played team sports. And then he talked about how dominant Serena was and for how long compared to Tiger Woods. And here's the problem with the comparison to Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was so great, the PGA changed the golf courses to slow him down. There have only been two athletes that I know of in history that the athletes were so good and so dominant that they actually changed the rules to try to slow them down. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was Lou Alcindor and was recruited to play basketball at UCLA, the NCAA banned the dunk. They were so scared of Kareem that they banned the dunk. Think about that. Okay? Think about all the players you've seen in college basketball go on to be NBA stars. Think about all the incredible dunks, whether it be Jordan or Vince Carter or whoever. When Kareem was coming, they said, we got to ban it. We can't, he's so good, we can't allow him to dunk. So what did he do? He created the sky hook, the most unblockable shot in basketball, and went on to lead the NBA in all-time scoring champ. Tiger Woods, they changed the golf courses. Tiger was so good and so dominant. People forget. Think 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Tiger was so dominant in golf that they made the courses longer, they made the fairways narrower, and they made the rough higher just to stop him. It had nothing to do with any other golfer. If Tiger played on the golf courses Jack Nicklaus played on, he might have won 40 or 50 majors. I don't know. It would have been like putt-putt to him. I love Serena Williams. One of my regrets in sports is I did not get to see Serena or Venus play live. I never went to a tennis match. Really wish I'd seen that. I never saw Tiger play golf live. These are three things that I should have seen in my lifetime. But, and I'm saying this with the utmost respect for what she did and how she changed tennis. Venus took it to one level and Serena took it even farther. And they dealt with all the hate and discrimination and everything else. I get all of that. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't make the court bigger and narrower. They didn't raise the net because she was playing. That's what happened with Tiger. That's why you can't compare these athletes. How about this? How about allow each one of them their greatness? Why can't we do that? Why do we have to try to use one to tear down another? Why can't we, and if you are, okay, listen, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, you hate us boomers, I understand it, and I barely make the boomer. I just got in. They changed the numbers, and I just got in. But I'll tell you this, we got to see the greatest athletes of all time. We got to see Michael Jordan play basketball. We got to see LeBron play basketball. By the way, LeBron has never been the next Michael Jordan. He's the first LeBron. We got to see Kareem play basketball. We got to see Doc Gooden pitch. We got to see Roger Clemens pitch. We didn't see Sandy Koufax. Some of us did, right? But you name it. Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Emmett Smith. Some old enough to have seen Jim Brown. I got my problems with Jim Brown and his abusing of women, but he was a hell of a running back. Jerry Rice. We got to see so many of the greatest of all time. And I know you want to talk about, Babe Ruth and this and that. Let me tell you something. Babe Ruth was not a Hank Aaron. Babe Ruth was not A-Rod or anybody. Babe Ruth didn't have to go against black pitchers. Babe Ruth never had to go up against black pitchers or Dominican pitchers. He never had to. So no, okay? No. Black people weren't allowed to play baseball back then. They say if they were, that Josh Gibson would have had over 900 homers and we wouldn't even be having this discussion. So, no. But we did get to see all these amazing athletes, and Serena's one of them, and would just change the game. Not only did they change the game, something else that Venus, Serena, and Tiger did was millions and millions of young people of color got to see them go pro, and they allowed them to dream. They allowed young women to dream of playing tennis at the highest level. They allowed young men to dream of golfing on the PGA. I can't even imagine what that's like. I don't even know if they even will ever understand the impact of what they did and how many doors they opened. All of this to say, Serena Williams is beyond description in her greatness in everything she's done. And there's no need to compare her to LeBron James or Tiger Woods or Floyd Mayweather or Michael Jordan or anyone else. Just let her be Serena and thank her for being that. I thank you for listening to my podcast and letting me ramble one more time. Yeah, there's a lot of other things that happen in the news, but come on. There's nothing we're enjoying much as the beginning of the downfall of Trumpy, we hope. And the heat, try to beat the heat, try to have a good time. I'm going to be beating the heat at the Laugh Factory. I'm back home. So Friday night, 11:30, I'm at the Hollywood Laugh Factory. And Saturday night at 10:50, I'm at the Long Beach Laugh Factory. I'm back on my home turf. I absolutely love it and love being in those clubs. Be safe. There have been some horrible driving accidents this week. Many people killed by people driving way too fast. Try to be patient. Take it easy. I don't know what else to say. Hug your dog. It's the best therapy I ever had. The Hulk is laying here right now, even as I record. There's no dog that sleeps next to a dog bed better than the Hulk. There's a dog bed in every room. He loves sleeping on the rug. I think he just does it to mock me. I don't know. I love my dog. I hope you love your pets. Keep laughing. Let's hang in there. Who's paying attention? You are, and I appreciate it. Oh, also, keep watching the special. Okay? Yeah. The Stupid Don't Get Tired. Helium Comedy on YouTube, or go to my AlonzoBodden.com website and look at the link. Last count, I was at 91,000 views. It's free. I'm not Rolling Stone. I'm not the New York Times. I'm not going to ask you to pay each time you click. Just watch the special. I want to push it over 100,000 and then 200,000 and see how far it can go. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support. Keep laughing. And good night. Or good afternoon. Depends when you're listening.